everybody? Welcome to episode number 192 here on Season 1. And today we are getting into what investment accounts do I currently have, or what apps am I using, or anything of that sort. This question comes from Bryce Fifield. He is actually a fellow YouTuber. If you guys want, I'll link up his channel right here, and I will roll a quick little 10 seconds of his video.
We've made it back to the car.
He has about the same amount of subscribers as I do. One of the few vloggers that I actually watch. I enjoy his content a lot. So go over there and give him some love and hit the subscribe button for him. And be sure to watch his videos. He comes out with a new vlog every single week. He asked, do you have shares just through Acorns, Stash, and Robinhood? Or do you invest into mutual funds like Vanguard / Fidelity? Or have any knowledge about mutual funds through Vanguard or Fidelity? Answer your first question, the answer is yes. I have shares through all three of those accounts. Actually, those are the only three accounts as far as investments that I have open, I guess is the correct word. So on Acorns, I very much don't pay attention to it at all. It just kind of runs itself. It's how I have an auto deposit set up on there, and it rebalances the account and all that kind of stuff. It's like almost a robotic managed account. Stash, I pay a lot more attention to. I just spend more time managing it, probably not nearly as much as I would on Robinhood. I also use it because I think it's a great platform for people that are looking to invest and personally manage their account. And it also does teach great investing techniques and habits to use in any field of investing. I also think that's a lot easier to understand than Robinhood as well. However, Robinhood is my baby. That's like my pride and joy. That's like my account. That account I spend most of my time on. I spend probably about 30 minutes to an hour at night, and then 30 minutes to an hour in the morning fiddling around with it. I'm always adjusting and tweaking things on there to try to make it perfect. My hope is that honestly one day I can take my strategy on there and turn it into like a hedge fund or a mutual fund or whatever that uses that strategy that I have developed. I also have, to answer your second question, do I invest in a mutual fund? So I have a 401k through two 401ks, I guess, one through my old job and then one through my old job back at Grand Canyon. So I believe that the one at my old job at U-Haul, they're invested into a few different mutual funds. These accounts I've never actually opened, and those are the only ones that I don't manage that 401k. The other ones I manage myself and make the calls and call the shots and that kind of thing. However, I do know quite a bit about mutual funds. I know both the Vanguard company and Fidelity, and I know that they're both very reputable as far as ETFs go, and I assume that the same thing with mutual funds. Both those companies are going to be very reputable and pretty safe investments. Just if you're looking only into specific mutual funds, the difference between ETFs and mutual funds, I would recommend first watching the video on what is the difference between mutual funds and ETFs. I'll link that up right there. But I prefer actually to invest into ETFs because it's a lot easier to get in. You don't have to, usually with a mutual fund, there's a limited price, there's a minimum that you have to have in order to buy a mutual fund. So usually it's around $2,000 or more. You're going to pay a little higher percentage for a mutual fund per higher fee per year than you would with the ETF as well. And then also, if they do sell a company's stock in that ETF or in that mutual fund, then you have to pay taxes on that year. Where an ETF is you just have to be able to purchase the actual ETF share price, which usually most of them are less than $100. So the minimum is not as much. And then also, if they were to disregard a company, add a new one, you won't have to pay any taxes on that. You only have to pay when you actually sell the ETF. So I think that there's benefits to owning both. I just prefer to do ETFs right now because I have such a small account size. And for me to go open up a mutual fund, I would be basically hedging or throwing all my money into a mutual fund to see if it would grow or to risk that. And at this point, I'm not willing to do that. But mutual funds are great. I would, if you're looking into setting up a mutual fund and that kind of thing, what I would look for is, this is what Warren Buffett has kind of written out in his, is a mutual fund 90% or like 85 to 90%, 75 to 90% of your account basically into S&P 500 companies. So I think Vanguard has one that's called like the Index 500 or something like that, mutual fund. And then also about anywhere from 10 to 25% into short-term U.S. Treasury bonds. And that basically is how I would set up if I was looking for long-term growth. That's what Warren Buffett recommends. And I personally, like, he's a favorite of mine, and I think that he knows quite a bit about long-term investing. So if you're looking for a mutual fund, that's what I would look for. Don't look for someone that is using technical analysis in their mutual fund. Look for someone who's value investing, using fundamentals, using real good, like, solid investing principles, and not so much technical analysis and a whole lot of trading. And try to get one that doesn't have as high of fees, because the ones that are more actively managed are going to have higher fees than the ones that are more passively managed. And that's basically my opinion on that. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into the question of the day, which is, what was your favorite Christmas memory? For me, I don't know if I really have a whole lot. I remember one time we got BB guns for Christmas, and that was actually really fun. We got to go out. We all got our own different BB gun, and we all like went out and shot cans and that kind of stuff. And I think that I have mine still, or maybe not anymore, but I don't know, that was always a blast. Like, we would always shoot BB guns and like try to see who could hit the target and all that kind of stuff. Like, that was probably one of my best Christmas memories, or Christmas gifts, I guess, more or less. Memories for Christmas are kind of like, spotty here and there. I don't really remember a whole lot as far as Christmas. I remember more of the gifts that I actually got. That wraps it up. If you guys have any questions regarding Stash, Acorns, Robinhood, as well as general investing advice, business, Etsy, coaching, post those questions down below, and I will try to get them on the next episode. Also, don't forget to check out my friend Bryce's videos or channel right here. Check out my video or my videos, or subscribe right here to me. Check out Acorns Recap November edition, and check out this other video right here. And as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.